everybody, I'm Tom Vasel and welcome to Week in Review. This is a video that we do and we let you know about the different games that we've reviewed this week. And then you can listen to our short summaries. And if you want to see the whole thing, the whole video, check the links in the description below. Let's get started.
Hey everybody, Zee Garcia here. So last week I did a little video comparison between Atlantis Rising, the second edition, and the original printing of the game. Check that out. And you can go a few days earlier than that and actually see the review for the Atlantis Rising second edition. I also did a couple of reviews here. I reviewed a game called Nova Luna, which I rate a 6.5 out of 10. It's a very abstract game, very puzzly game, but it's a neat looking one, if a little dry, and it's thinky. It achieves what it sets out to do, which is make you think and put together little puzzles, try to run out your tokens before your opponents do. I liked it. And then I reviewed Miyabi, which is also a fairly puzzly game. I rate this a 7 out of 10. I like it a little bit better. It's a little prettier. It's a little more engaging because the shapes, the polyominoes, you are putting them out on your board. You're building a Japanese garden, Japanese-style garden. And so you're putting them out on the board, but then they also can stack on top of each other, and you have to make sure that you put the right thing in the right place to get a bunch of victory points. The reason I didn't rate it any higher is because it feels like there are no highs and lows of the game. It's just sort of, it's a standard, it's a steady stream of points, and it's an enjoyable game, but there was no stand-up moment. I'm nothing anywhere near that. So there you go. Those are my reviews. Thanks for checking it out. I'll see you on the next one.
Hey folks, welcome back to another Week in Review. This week did 3 videos for you. The first one was a review for Starfarers of Catan, or the way it's called now is Catan Starfarers. This is a reprint of an older game that I really enjoyed. It's one of the 2 ways that I really enjoy playing Catan. So I really enjoyed it, gave it an 8 out of 10. The component quality is amazingly well done this time, which is one of the biggest gripes that we had with the original one. So that was cool. Catan, or I just always want to say Starfarers of Catan because that's what it was, but now it's Catan Starfarers. The second review that I did this week was for a game called Flick of Faith. This is a new game that's coming out from Awakened Realms Light, and it is a dexterity flicking area control game. Sounds strange, but it's really fun and it's really light. It makes for a really cool, a little bit more than a filler game, but it really kind of can be compacted down into that 30 to 40 minute range for a filler game. So really enjoyed that. Gave that one an 8 out of 10 as well. Then I also did a first impressions video for Coloma, a new game coming out from Final Frontier Games. Johnny Pack Catan, I believe his name is, the designer. Really had a good time playing it, want to get it back to the table, but check out the first impressions video for more details there. Thanks for joining me. Let's get back to the rest of your review.
Okay, so for me, first of all, I reviewed Pinnacle, which is a stacking game of blocks, which is nothing really, it's just some blocks you stack. Kingsburg Dice Game, which is oddly named since Kingsburg already is a dice game. This is a roll and write game, and it is just not really good. Not a lot of choices, wasn't impressed with it at all. City Skylines, the board game based on the popular computer game. This one I think some people are going to really like. I wasn't as interested in it because it's a solitaire game masquerading as a multiplayer game, and it's very, very puzzling, very thinky per se. It doesn't really feel like building a city to me. Mount Rushmore, a good game for kids where you're going to flip cards over and see if they match which Mount Rushmore card they match. That's the whole game. Sarah's Vision. I like this one, but it's kind of a game I like once, essentially. It's kind of the same game over. It's Jenga mixed with a cooperative game. That's really a good description of it. So if you want to see more, learn more about it, you can watch the full review. But if you like Jenga and wishes there was a game built around it, that's what this is. Blockbuster, the board game, a fun little party game where you try to guess movies or give clues to people what movies are. If you're a big movie buff, you'll like this one. Papillon, a flower game, an area control game, really beautiful components that are slightly problematic for visual purposes, but I do like the game. It mixes a bunch of different mechanisms together well. Dragonrealm, this is kind of a card collecting laying down game. I think it's best with families as you try to play sets of cards to place people out. A little bit of a push your luck to it element of it. Great artwork, great production. Artbox, this is a party game in which you roll dice and they show you some shapes and you have to use those shapes to draw a picture. And then people guess who drew what picture. It works really well. Mezo, a really big, fantastic game about Aztec gods and their minions. It's a kind of a fighting game, a take-that style game. Really beautiful miniatures, and it's a lot of fun. And then Kung Fu Panda, the board game. This one here, you roll dice as fast as you can as you run a group of the panda and Po and his friends as they run through and try to beat bad guys up. It works really well, especially with kids and adults. And then we did the 12 Days of Christmas videos this week, where we did many different videos where we said that 12 stocking stuffers, 12 strategy games. So if you're looking for some games to buy for friends or yourself for Christmas this week, those are ones that we would recommend. Those are also good to send to other people, and there's contests embedded in them so you can win a prize. Alrighty, that's it for Week in Review. I'm Tom Vasel. We'll see you all next time.